Welcome to Marriage Monday with Jeremiah and Savannah Jennings. The Jennings own Growing Green Landscapes and are very happily married. In this podcast, Jeremiah and Savannah discuss the wins, losses, good times, bad times, and everything in between pertaining to owning a business while maintaining a healthy marriage along the way. We hope you enjoy the show.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode today here on the Growing Green podcast. This is your host, Jeremiah Jennings, and I'm very excited to come to you today with another Marriage Monday for you. And I am joined with my beautiful co-host, Savannah. How are you doing?
I'm good.
You excited to be here?
Always.
Always. Man, there's a little more pep in your step tonight. That is because we have a great guest interview coming up for you guys, and we love doing guest interviews. It's a little bit harder to get Marriage Monday guest interviews because life is crazy.
More schedules to line
when you
up.
have to lock down both parents, especially when they have one kid or multiple kids, it's like you got to do it late night when they're in the bed, or you got to find a babysitter, and it's tough. It's hard to get schedules aligned, but I'm very, very glad and appreciative for y'all staying up late and doing this one with us. So we have Dylan and Jordan Stephenson with us tonight. How are y'all doing tonight?
Good. How are you guys tonight?
Good. We're sitting here just talking before we record, like catching up on everything. Sounds like business is going good. Sounds like, Jordan, your career's kind of in the works right now, getting some things figured out and progressing. So I'll tell you what, I don't want to waste any more time. I think everybody kind of knows who Dylan is. If you've been on social media, you probably know who Dylan is. But one of y'all, whoever wants to take the lead and tell us a little bit about y'all's journey and kind of the building of the landscape company. Jordan, your career, because it's kind of similar. Our paths are somewhat similar. Just the fact that both of our wives do nursing. Yeah, I mean, but y'all could speak on that. I think y'all bring something key to the table about having a spouse that works outside of the business as well. So, y'all take it wherever you want to go. We're just along for the ride, and we want to hear some more from you.
Okay.
So I guess I'll start it with just the beginning of the business and stuff. But Jordan and I, though, we've been married now for 9.
Neither one of you know.
See, I'm safe because it's on the record. Literally on the record. She also was unsure of 8 or 9.
So you're good.
So
You're good.
I'm safe. So anyways, we've been married for
8 years.
8 years.
Together for 10.
Okay.
Together for 10. We went to school together. So we've known each other since we're about 6.
That's kind of like where we all remember, like our parents, we've all kind of accumulated when we.
Yep. So that was so we've known each other since we were little. Went to school together and then just reconnected later in life. And yeah.
Were y'all in the same circles growing up, or did y'all kind of like part ways and then come back?
Yeah.
A little bit.
It's a long
Our
time
brother,
to know each other and not date or anything, like, and then end up getting married.
Listen.
Yeah. So
I tried in like 7th grade.
she was just too busy going on cruises with her family, so it's tough to communicate. You know how it is.
There's no service on those things.
Yeah. And you had like back, I don't know if you guys remember this, but we had to wait till after 9 o'clock to call, so it was a free call.
Oh,
Was that
no.
No, I don't remember that.
How old are you guys?
Are we showing our age? I'm 25.
Yeah, I do not know that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because on Friday or weekends and after 9, you could talk on the phone for free.
Now, is this a landline?
No,
yeah,
cell phone.
we had to use a cell phone because if you're on the phone, you couldn't be on the computer on the internet you couldn't be on landline and internet at the same time.
What the heck?
Oh yeah, so if you had to talk on the phone, you would hear
idea.
the dial-up sound because the internet was on.
Oh.
What year was this?
Oh
I mean,
gosh.
I guess you were still in diapers.
Was this? I guess was this like mid 2000s?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So like early 2000s.
So I literally probably was
I
still
was
in diapers
probably in
then.
kindergarten.
Yeah.
Oh goodness, great. Yeah. So anyways, like her brother graduated with my brother. They played football together. They're 2 years older than us. So it was like Friday night football games. We were tailgating together. So our families knew each other. So like.
Okay, so y'all were together a lot then. Like you grew up. I mean, you were in the same circles then.
Yeah, and like
It kind of
I dated softball players. She was a softball player. So it's like I was around then her friends too.
So basically, he dated my friend.
Yeah.
Oh.
One of my like lifelong friends. She lives up north now. We don't get to see each other a lot, but she's always been a really good friend of mine. And I was really a fan of when her and Dylan were dating. He was graduating and going to college, and she was a year younger than me, and I was a year younger than him. So it was always just like, I was supportive of that, but she ended up being in our wedding. It's not weird. It's
That's
like,
funny.
it was a thing in high school. People were like, oh my gosh, that's so weird. I don't know how you do it. But it was just,
You
I don't
mature,
know.
you grow
Yeah,
up.
it's a long time
Yeah,
ago.
oh, yeah.
Like it's not that. Yeah.
I was just saving for Jordan for later. You know, I knew what was going down. I knew we'd reconnect. No, so it wasn't like we had to really get to know each other because we already knew each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
it was just more like, are your parents going to be weird?
how weird is it going to be
Like,
me
do
pulling
they
up to
know
your
this
house
is
to
a
pick you up
date?
for a date?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Yeah. So, but yeah, then we, get married and whatnot. And as Jeremiah said, I own a
Well,
land.
let's give a timeline. Okay, we got together. We dated for a year, got engaged at year 1, got
Mhm.
married. That was August of 2014. We got married May of 15.
Okay.
So yeah,
It was
pretty
About a
quick.
pretty
year.
quick, like
Yeah.
first 2 years.
Yep. And then 2 years later, we had Easton.
And what are you doing? So here's the thing, like this is what we got to talk. What are you doing career-wise at this point? Like you do not own a landscape company at this point. So
No,
this is
I
where
was
like
full blown at Gordon Food Service, delivering for them. So, and I started as a part timer there and worked up the chain to what I was doing. Next to being like an outside sales rep or like in leadership, we made more than leadership, folks. We was like one of the higher paid jobs, like outside of like really high corporate or outside sales. So yeah, that's what I was doing. I was working full time. Jordan was working full time as a dispatch.
I worked I kind of landed this random job when I was younger. It paid really well for what I was doing. And I kind of worked up, and I didn't have a whole lot of like hovering. I didn't have somebody over my shoulders. I had a lot of flexibility. It really worked with his schedule. It was close to home. If I had to leave work for, once we had kids, I could do that. But we dispatched independent contractors like all over the United States. So I did that for 9 years, pretty much almost the same exact timeline as what he worked at Gordon's, because we ended up putting in our 2 weeks
Oh yeah.
to both of those jobs.
y'all did
the
that
same.
together.
Like
Kind of
it just happened to work
unintentionally,
that
but
way.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I did not
Wow.
know that. I did not know that it was that.
Yeah, so I was
y'all were
with
at the same
Gordon
time.
for 10, just shy of 10 years. I left in my 9th year. I was actually going to hit 10 years that July. So it just happened to work out to where she was able to utilize her LPN. So she quit, and then I quit Gordon's to then take the business on full time. So,
And how long had you been doing the business on the side?
like 4 to 5 years, I think.
Okay, so you'd had it
Wow.
for a minute then.
Yeah. It has started as just like I've said on your podcast before, just like mowing. We were just talking about it earlier, mowing 3 lawns and picking a trailer up for my father-in-law's
Yeah.
to go mow them. Like we'll come back, pick up the mower, go mow them, drop my equipment off, drop the trailer off at their house, and then come back home.
Yeah.
So now we're doing what we're doing. It's just been a wild trip.
ride.
Wild.
So I kind of want to dive into that timeline more. Remind me,
Yeah.
y'all have Easton, and is that y'all's only son, or y'all have one more? Y'all have
Easton and Annie. So
I thought you had a
Easton's
daughter,
6
yeah.
and Annie is 4.
Okay,
Yep.
that's what I thought. So at this point, when y'all decided to put in your 2 weeks, Easton was the only. Was he the only one, or was Annie born too?
We had both of them.
Okay.
We had both of them because that was the thing. Was like
Why did it do that?
the biggest thing was making sure we were out of the kid phase and like kids were healthy, kids were fine. You know what I mean? Because we were on my insurance because of how good the insurance was at Gordon. So, so being on that was like a big thing we were waiting on, was like just making sure we're out of the kid phase. Kids were like, healthy, on their way to, whatever. So,
And side note, I honestly couldn't utilize my LPN full time basically with the hours that were available around here, because he woke up at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. And then if I have to be at work at 7, there was just a lot of room for like no coverage for the kids. And then even if I did night shift, it still kind of like followed over the same way. There was no real like good thing. So it all we had talked for, a couple years about really getting the boat as close to the dock before we made the jump. And it all kind of just aligned.
No, that's good. So let's jump into that. It's a unique story that I don't think I've had anybody on like this story like y'all's. Like, you both put in 2 weeks to go to new careers. You did it with 2 kids. You did get the boat close to the dock. You put in the time that you needed to do that. But like, what was that process like? I mean, walk us back through those. I mean, what was that, 2-3 years ago now? That like you were making these key decisions. Like, what were your conversations at night? What was pushing you to say, hey, let's make this decision? And then what was holding you back? What was like, man, I'm scared. Like, not scared, but what were your concerns? I mean, what were your concerns? Because there's no way that it was just like you were both saying, oh yeah, let's do this, let's go, and jump off like all 4 feet in. I just don't think.
Especially jobs that you had both been at for almost 10 years. Like, there was probably some sense of like routine and being comfortable where you were at. So for you to both,
and like being in our 20s, like to be somewhere for 10 years, like, oh, it's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, shoot, I don't even know where to start on that one. So conversations we had, the whole time was, so at first it was literally just to cover the payment of the mower. Then it started getting, honestly, it was like I started watching social, and it was like the early Fullerton days, and then like when Kelly was on the come up. And I know a lot of people shout them out, but it's like, it wasn't the fact that they like, I say like at that time it was like life-changing stuff, but it just kind of got your gears running on like, man, like I wonder what it would be like to, push this thing farther than just a couple lawns. Like it kind of got you thinking of maybe taking it to like a full-time level. You know what I mean? It just at least turned the gears. And then as time progressed, I started watching more of it and like getting more into it. To then you then eventually progressed into where I was like, no, we are going to like, let's get this to where we can try and get it full time, and then that was kind of like the MO then at that point, was trying to get the name and the word out that we were doing what we were doing and just keep on going with it, and it wasn't fun hours, because my schedule at Gordon's was up at 3:30, 4 a.m. in the morning, get off between 12 and 2, and then work till dark.
See, so that's where I want to that's where I really want to hammer down and get into the meat and potatoes of it, because there's no way that was easy. That was hard. Like, that had to be hard. And I want to
talk about like a difficult moment earlier. We have friends that are kind of, a lot of friends who kind of went through it, where we have kids, and I think us as women kind of realize very quickly, because we are so like, we are a necessity to that baby. We are stuck to that baby. We can't really do anything with the limitations we have once they're born. But then I think we accept that really quickly. Like, once we become pregnant, I don't think Dylan or a lot of other men really experience that until it's like slapping you in the face and it's like, holy crap, things are different now. I can't just kind of do things on a fly anymore. Now where it was just like, hey, I was going to text my wife and be like, oh, I'm going to stop by the woods and check the trail cams on my way home because, I don't have time to do anything. So I'm just going to go do that. But then it's like, well, kids need picked up. We need to do this. We need to do that. And it's like, you just don't realize how much it just kind of like hit you all at once. So I think for us, that was a big moment. Like, I definitely saw a change in him where he was like, okay, like, this is reality now. This is, where I need to be and what I need to be doing. He kind of made a shift. But there was a lot of tug and pull and a lot of like balancing act of, both of his jobs that he was doing. And then all the time he was spending at home creating content and, trying to be a good husband and son and father and all those things. Like he really dove into it. And as difficult as that is, he did really good and to the best of his ability, I think, of like balancing everything he could and still being present at home.
Yeah, it was, and that's really what got to the edge. Was like, I got to the mental spot of like, I can't keep doing both. Like I have to give one up. It's one or the other, because I can't continue to work literally like 18 hours a day, come home. It's like dinner's been done. Kids are about to go to bed.
And ultimately, I didn't want to be the only parent to like be the one to call, like when something happens or whatever, that's always nice to have that availability, but to have the pressure of like that only being you.
Yeah.
And it's easy for us. I mean, us guys, because it's like, we're the one, like, and I don't mean to like baby back off things Fullerton said, but it's just like you later down see where it's like the things he was saying then is like, that is what I was then saying. You know what I mean? Like when he was at that phase of his business, he was telling Liz the same thing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I was then telling Jordan so then, like I'm telling him that, then you later find out like, oh, he was literally saying that too, like telling Jordan, like, it's not going to be like this forever. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, it's not going to be like this forever. Like what we're doing now is so that way, like one day we're like crest the hill. I feel like that's an analogy like we use often. It's just like, we're right there. You know what I mean? We're right there. So, but it was just like I was saying, it's like, it's easy for us that's in the business because we know what our end goal is, and like, that's what we're going for. Like, it's our motive. Like, it's no shit it beans to Jordan, and at that, at that time, because she's not the one super, like, she's involved definitely, but she's not the one that's like,
she's not in the day to day like that.
It's not the day to day. So she doesn't have like the same connection to it as like what it's like for you getting out and growing it, So.
So how did y'all communicate that? Like, what did that look like? Because that's the thing I'm hitting on here is, and trying to get to is like, when people want to, when they're going part-time and they want to go full-time and they're like, how do we make this jump? It's gotta be, if you don't get both of you, like both spouses on board, like it's going to be a miserable journey to get there. Like you might get there one day and you might survive, but I promise you there's a lot easier way to get there. And it's not to say that it's not going to be hard. There's going to be hard times along the way. But if you both are like have the end goal in mind and you're both communicating about that, then it's going to be a little easier. But like, how did you do that? If she, like Jordan, you weren't into the day to day, you were doing your own new career, and it's like, what did that? I mean,
I think a lot of conversations, so like before we made the jump, I think a lot of conversations were about one day. What were our goals at that time? What did we want to get to? What were things that, like, he had dove head first into researching and knowing every fine detail of whatever he was doing. And I don't know. I just lost my train of thought. You're going to have to pick me up on this one. But we, where did I go with that? I'm sorry, my brain fried.
Yeah.
Well, did you have any hesitation? Like you're talking about, like we wanted to make sure because of the insurance, like kids and all that. Like jumping from a pretty steady commitment, like what your paycheck is every so often. Like, did you have any hesitations with him being like, okay, peace out, comfortable job. I'm going to go do this where I'm like my own boss and there's no consistency or safety net. Like, what were those talks like?
There was definitely fear to that. And I think where that stems from is I know people personally who have done business and not done it the right way. And it caused a lot of stress and like financial issues and things like that. And, I've seen those things. And my one request was like, if we're going to do this, like I am with you 100% in everything you want to do. And I don't care what anybody says, I'll back it up. Mm-hmm. but we're going to do this together and you have to be honest with me. Like,
like it was literally
we have to do this together. If I don't know what's going on, like, we just have to be communicating about it
the right way. Like,
yes,
verbatim, it was.
I wanted it to be done
care if you do this,
the right way.
But
you know,
you're
like be responsible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
if you start off on the wrong foot, like I don't want to keep building on, you know, catching up and doing all of these things. Like if it takes a little bit longer to get going, that's fine. But at least, you know.
Because like, I mean, even when it was like, I mean, year one of me just even cutting a lawn, it was like we were insured. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? And granted, it did help with like her grandfather. Her grandfather owns an insurance agency. Well, where my shop is at, like the front of that building is their insurance agency. So it's like, but that's good. You know what I mean? But that's the thing though. It was like once I never really took it lightly. I guess just you know, to scale, because it's like we did the insurance thing like right away. Yeah. But once it really started getting to where it was like getting to where I was serious about wanting to take it on full time, that's when it was just making sure like things were being done to like to be legit when we make that full time. Like whatever anything is, we just need to make sure we're doing that, and that's been.
And I think there was a period of time where he kind of, you know, didn't really doubt himself, but just like doubted, you know, there was some sort of doubt, like where other people were giving their opinions. Like, you've been working there for almost 10 years. You have great insurance. You have a family. You have a regular paycheck, like you said. Like
on paper, you were done to leave.
Like exactly.
I was
on
literally
paper.
like, and that's the thing is like you just said it though. Like on paper, like I was so stupid. Like I'm talking stupid.
Yeah.
But my risk tolerance when he was there was
risk tolerance, I would have to say, is probably like I probably shouldn't be proud of how like my risk tolerance was. I mean,
yeah, you just said let's do it. Yeah,
90. Like, you know, not a lot of people know this, but like I was making $90K a year, and the most I did top line in business before I got the boat as close to the dock as possible was 29,000 top line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy cow! Yeah.
And it's like,
so even from family, you know, and it's not that they're like saying you can't do this, but when you're coming at them kind of like almost out of left field to them because they're not seeing what we're doing at home, it's like, why are you doing this? Like, why are you giving that up? And it's like, we're on the end of, you know, we've talked about this is what we want. And it's like, okay, he's making this much and insurance plays a factor and whatnot, but he's topped out doing what he's doing there.
Yeah,
like,
you're not going any further.
With his money to go to management. And it's like, you get into doing what you're doing and you fine tooth what it is that is you want to do. And you figure that out. And it's just like,
yeah. So I'm just being nosy and curious. Did you just decide, like, were you unhappy where you at? Were you really passionate about lawn care? Did you just decide that staying there wasn't going to allow you guys to take your family in the direction in life that you wanted? Like, what was the final, like, I'm not happy, I'd rather cut grass? Like, what kind of made you guys be like, no, this is what we want to do?
Before you go, I don't think he's like a paycheck person, like a work for kind. And that's not anything bad about him because he is very like coachable and you know, all of those good qualities, but like he just has the drive. Like from my perspective, he just has that get up and go drive. I am more you tell me what I need to do and I'll get it done.
I wonder if somebody else he acts like that.
Me to a T. Yeah.
So I will say that about him. Like he just definitely had a drive for it. And I think there was some passion there that he found along the way and it just like soared.
So I never like, so I didn't quit Gordon's because I hated it. And that was the thing, is like, I wasn't leaving there, like dropping the mic, telling them to go, you know, wherever. Because I didn't not like my job.
And they knew, like his bosses and everybody, I think, were pretty well aware of what he was doing and what his goal was.
Like they were just like waiting for the time I was going to quit.
And they were super cool about it.
It was like, to say like when I was at Gordon's, it was like, I was super passionate about it, even up to the day I left. It was like, years of perfect attendance, picking up, I started part-time and worked my way up to where I was top of our departments, it was so.
You couldn't have gone any further. Yeah, you were at the top.
And it just got to the point, but where it was like my passion just wasn't there because it was growing for the business.
Yeah.
It was growing towards that, and it's like you just start seeing
And he was pouring himself into the business. It was, that Gordon's wasn't really serving him or benefiting him in any way per se. It was just there at that time.
Yep. So,
till we could just.
So I didn't really hate. I didn't hate my job. No. So if that answers your question on that one.
Yeah.
What? How did you? If we don't have to get into a bunch of different numbers and things, but I do want to. I mean, you put it out there, so I wanted to hit on that really fast.
Yeah. And if I go off left field, just center me back.
No, you're good.
He said,
seriously, if I get off left field,
so try to be mindful.
Just ask Jesse. I'll be mid-conversation and then just be like, bring me back real quick. So,
no, you're.
If you see me kind of floating around right there, just repeat the question. I'll be right back in.
No, you're good. If you see me, I'm not giving y'all a high five. This camera.
High five.
Yeah.
Jeremiah got this new camera that's supposed to be fancy and focus in, and it only likes him, so it cuts me out of the thing.
Yeah.
So he's trying to move it back.
It there follows you your.
It up. It's an up.
There it goes. I don't know why it won't stay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
There
Stay there. Stay.
Telling it to stay.
There.
Okay.
I think maybe it's there. But so you walk away from 90 grand of W-2 money.
Yeah.
29 grand of not 1099, but sole proprietor money. Totally different things. Two totally different things. Very, very different things. How did you come to that conclusion? How did y'all both sit down and say, we're good to do this? Was it just that your passion for time freedom was so big? Was it just the fact that you said, we're gonna I'm assuming you obviously saved up and put a fund together to float you and get you through and all that stuff. Sounds like you had the means to do that, which is great. But that's a significant decrease of pay. So it's how did y'all both come together? Because I think it's very popular known thing. Some of the biggest fights in marriages, disagreements, whatever you want to call it, are financial based. And when you talk about a decrease in pay like that, how do you keep your family on track? And again, to do it with 2 kids, I don't.
Yeah.
I just want to hear your advice for somebody, because it's hard. I understand it from your side. Here's how I should redirect the question. I understand it from your side because you, like you said, you had the vision, you knew where you wanted to go. More so, Jordan, from your side of how did you really just have that much faith in him? Are you just that good of a spouse? You just put that much faith in him? I mean, because we should
all learn from you.
That's just crazy.
I don't know if I'm good, but no, since I've known him, whenever he had in dating years and just knowing him and his family, he was raised well. He's got a good head on his shoulders. When he puts his mind to something or he says he's going to do something, he does it. So for him to sit me down and be this is kind of serious was okay, well, explore it.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it, and I don't know. I just think we've always kind of just been on the same page. He's might have had to convince me a few things here and there. And at this point, I'm just pretty much I trust your judgment. He'll run things by me. And most of the time, I think there was one time where he was talking about a piece of equipment and then just happened to mention it on the fly. And then 2 days later,
it showed up.
Oh,
not that.
Yeah,
but
you'll have that, right?
No, I don't know.
Right,
I just feel
right, you'll have that, right?
That's right. It happens.
Little support
It
here,
happens.
huh?
Yep.
Little support here.
yeah. What I learn about things sometimes on the podcast, so it's fine. I learned something was broke last night. We were recording, and Jeremiah, I think that's his tactic. He throws it out there on the podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
See?
those aren't
What
recorded.
they say is
But if
the
those,
mic eventually turns off.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
The mic is eventually not on.
No, if those were recorded, they would be funny because my face during some of his things, I'm like, what is happening right now? He totally plans it that way. But yeah. So,
was it an $8,000 snowplow or was it a $250 weed eater?
I think it was like a 2K.
No, I know. No. Probably the only one that was like left field was the standard mower. Because I mowed. Like,
okay, that's a big purchase.
Right, standard,
it was the cart mate or the
Oh, that's nothing. That's a couple grand.
Yeah, a car mate. You're talking like a car mate. You're talking like a grand. Now, if you're talking about a standard that you just get a standard delivered, that's a different story.
Yeah.
But I will say, as far as like moving forward, like getting the boat close to the dock, like we always knew this was kind of what we wanted to do. And even though he was making significant, for us, like that was a healthy living for us. We still didn't like indulge in things, I wouldn't say, at that time. So we weren't really blowing anything, but it was like we were really trying to be responsible. We were, we had a savings and we had, bills set aside, and we always wanted to have like a backup in case something happened or a payment didn't go, just on the fly, anything happens, you just have to have some extra.
You put a plan in place before you.
Yes. And so we honestly, from the get-go, even when we got married, didn't really allow ourselves a lot of like money freedom, a lot of like
living below your means. And
yeah, it was just like we were putting stuff into health savings accounts, and then just whatever was left over after all of those payments was like, okay, this is what we have for groceries and, X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
And mind you, at this time we've got 2 kids and you're paying like $1,100 a month for daycare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
daycare is another mortgage. It's wild.
It's so, oh my gosh, it's sickening.
So for being 29K, okay, so say like going from 90 to 29 and then in that first year, it was just like a thing where I just made it a point like this can't fail.
Yeah.
I won't let it fail. Cause like
there is no backup. Yeah.
Or like when I was going full time, just things that were said, it was just like, I can't let this fail no matter what.
Yeah.
Like year 2 was the same way, but it was just like, I would have to say part of it's definitely by the grace of God, we're still in business and, somehow made it through.
Yeah.
But also tell him he won't do something and then grab it.
Yeah. But then it
bag
just,
of popcorn.
yeah. So, but the biggest thing, like, I never wanted them, like Jordan, necessarily like worry about like, say like how the business was, because like what the business cover, like what I pull from the business covers X of our bills, and she like our mortgage and all that stuff, and then she takes like the little bills, or else I'd probably be late on all of them because I'd forget to pay them. So that's how our pays work. But it's like my goal was, even up to like this point, like I try to never show, and this may be good or bad, but I don't regret it because I felt like it was the best. It's like, I never let her show how good or how bad really like the business is, like up until this year. I'd say this year I've definitely been a lot more open about like other things, but
because we're like, also in a better position as well.
But like, I never let her show how good or bad the business was doing. I'm talking like because I know it would be in the business account, and it was like, I wouldn't let her know if we were like, I'm talking like we need a job, or next week I am at 0.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or,
and
hey, we're sitting with, at the end, it was like, hey, I wasn't also telling her, hey, we finally got like 10K just sitting in the bank.
Yeah.
15, whatever. So it's like, I never wanted to show her like in the wintertime, like up until last winter was my first winter. Like I was doing subcontract work in the wintertime for someone else, just pushing sidewalks. I did that for 2 years. The next year I drove a truck in the wintertime to keep money coming in. Mm-hmm. And it was like, but I just never tried to let her know like whether the business was good or bad, because if I told her it was bad, it would have bit me in the butt, because in the back of my head, I'm like, we may be sitting bad now because we're in wintertime or whatever it is. But it's like, no matter how bad we are, like, I'm always going to make sure we're fine. Like I'm like without like I don't care what it is, I will always make sure we're fine.
Yeah.
So
and that's not dishonest. You weren't being dishonest. Like, oh, I don't want you to see.
That's
like
what I was gonna say.
Yeah, like if you wanted to see it, you would have let her see it, but you weren't going to just offer up information. You were just hustling, like you were doing your thing, and
like
you were doing what that's what you were charged with. Like she put her faith in you to go do it, and you just said, "Let's do it." Like, and that's I totally agree with that. Like, there's been points in our business, like building the business now, and like our marriage, so like exactly the same. Like, I know it's in there. There's no point in offering up. There's $7 in the account. Let's just go to work and put more than $7 in there. Like it's just.
Now there's times where I would be like, hey, like let's watch our spending. These next couple of weeks. I said just because I don't know, just
unpredictable thing. Like
I just drop like something. Like hey, let's just watch our spending. Like
got something coming up.
Bid delayed, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And low key, that was like me saying, for the love of God, you're not get on Amazon or go shopping or something. Yeah. You know what I mean? But no, because there's times where in Jordan, I'll kind of hint at it when we're getting close to this, like end of winter, like I would when we were in the first couple of years, because I'd be like, man, I can't wait for me, just get back out there. But it's like any little becking call of like any sort of work. Yeah. It would be like, I don't care if it was March and you were calling for like, it didn't matter, like February, like I was just whatever.
You were ready. Yeah.
And then now, it's now we're
a lot more selective. Yeah.
Definitely transformed, from what it was then to now, just, what we do, what we have, what we're doing and everything else. So.
Yeah, that's so.
It's definitely tough. It like you can ask, like, say for instance, like Jesse would even tell me, he's like, "You are the craziest person to quit a full-time job with 2 kids in COVID," and he's like, "I don't know how you're still doing it." Like he was like, "You're a madman."
And that was another thing when we put our 2 weeks in to make that transition. We had just found out about COVID.
Wow.
Just broke out kind of thing. So it was like, is this going to affect the business? Like we've really been making it a goal, like this year, we're going to do it.
Yep.
Like, and.
Was you? Yeah. So.
But then add kids into the factor and that just adds a whole other.
That's wild.
Chaotic.
Yeah.
Hamster wheel of things like.
So we've spent a lot of time in the past. Let's fast forward the last 2 years.
Yeah.
You did a lot of growing. You mowed, and then you said, "Hey, we're ready to be done." Like, I'm done with mowing. There's not enough money in it. You want to go a different route. So take us to the beginning of 2023 with solo cuts, which then obviously turned into what it is now. So tell us a little bit about like what this looks like for y'all now, 2023, and then the future moving forward for Brilliant Gardens, and then also just the family life as well.
Are you tired of not getting any quality leads from your online marketing? Does your website look like your Aunt Martha designed it in 1974? My name is Ezra from greenfrogwebdesign.com. We started our company to help small businesses like yours grow and succeed. Our first month for many of our plans is only $1, and we guarantee to have it done in 3 weeks or less, or it's free for a year. That's why we have transparent pricing listed right on our website. We're only a call away. Feel free to reach us anytime at greenfrogwebdesign.com. Have a great day.
Yeah, so going into this season, we did a complete rebrand on the company. We were Solo Cuts Landscaping. It was something cute I came up with when I was part-time, and then quickly realized like, man, like solo is not the way to go, or whether it's price or one man, whatever. So anyways, we were offering lawn care. Our landscape schedule basically just started getting to the point where mowing was hindering our landscape schedule. With a rain day or two, my schedule shot, and then it's like just keeps snowballing. So we rebranded the company. Haven't mowed a lawn this year. It's been great. I do not miss mowing at all.
Do you mow your yard, or you pay somebody to do it?
No, I mow mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you still have
I'm a little quarter acre. I'm just a little quarter acre. So I got a 30-inch time master. So it only takes me 25 minutes to be done with everything. So,
man, you don't even ride it. You push it. Did you sell all your riders?
It's only a quarter acre, bud.
It doesn't matter. Still, if I've got a stander, I'm riding the stander.
No, I got a 30-inch time master, so it gets it done pretty quick for me. So
25 minutes of pushing could be 12 minutes of riding. I mean, that's all I'm saying. You got too much time on your hands, it sounds like.
No.
That's how he gets peace and quiet.
Yeah, no. We have done like we were just talking earlier, how it's just like our projects, like what it started as to what it is now.
Yeah.
And it's like, I kind of had this like a little melt me down moment actually, because I was like to think, I told the story about going to her parents' house to pick up the trailer and stuff, to where like, I mean, these people are spending this much money with us on these projects. I was like, it is humbling beyond belief to think that someone is willing to spend, because especially being on like our end of where we're like making the threshold of where it's like, okay, we're not like pinching our pennies like every day, saving on everything. Like we have a little more margin, freedom, not like we're living a fancy life, but we do this more comfortable throughout the whole year. But anyways, it's just like to think these people are spending this much money with me, and I'm like, there's no way
It's like that they're instilling that much trust in me to
and it's like,
deliver this.
And like we're just like a 2-man crew. Now I have Jacob part-time because he's in school, and it's like I'm still doing these jobs where it's like I'm basically like a 1-man crew, and like they're entrusting me with like the size of these jobs. It's just crazy to think.
Yeah.
Like what we're getting into, and like I don't know. It's like to sit back and just think of how far we've came, and like the quality of projects, like the materials we're installing and everything. It's just crazy to think like how business can just transform. And like I feel like it's made me better though as a husband and a father though, because it puts like it like you're constantly out of your comfort zone. Constantly. So it just pushes you, like once you get that next out of your comfort zone the next time, it pushes you to get out of that by learning how to do it and now it being a thing. So it's like you're constantly just improving, like versus like if I was at Gordon's, I'd probably I don't mean this ain't disrespect to any of my friends that are Gordon's or were Gordon's, but it's like I would just still be just like everyone else that is at Gordon's now still. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, so to be able to just, I don't know. It's just a weird mind shift. But no, a big thing for us this year, though, was we got to take our first family vacation to Florida. So the first time the kids got to see the beach and everything. So
like just us four, like we've been on trips to like, the lake with his parents and us four for just like a long weekend, or, with my parents or my mom or whoever to Tennessee for a weekend. And it's like, I'll take them when he's locked down or whatever.
Yep.
So it was the first like actual like,
because our thing,
we're going to the beach.
Because like and again, Fullerton's I can't wait to talk to Fullerton and tell him he owes me some commission. I've shouted that guy out. Thanks, podcast. But same thing with Fullerton when he said in one of his talks, man, was like, I don't want to go to vacation. I don't want to go on vacation to relax and then come home being like, gosh darn, look how much we spent on vacation. Now we're really tight on this. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, I want to go to vacation. Well, we can go on vacation and just go. Like, we have money set aside specifically for vacation, and we can just go and just be like, this is exactly why we save this. Is so that way we can come there, we can go there, have all the fun we want, and not come home and be like, oh man, we also have, birthdays coming up and Christmas, and this is right around the corner, Christmas is right around the corner. No, like, I want to do it when it's like we can comfortably go and have no worries. And so that was why we did that this year. And yeah.
What part of Florida did y'all go to?
Destin. So we're in Fort Walton, actually.
You must have drove right by me. You should have called me.
Well, we were gonna because you had messaged me, and I said, yeah, maybe we can stop through on the way back.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We ended up leaving we
left
instead
at
of
night
sleeping.
early.
Yeah, instead of sleeping and waking up early, we just left. Like packed the kids up, packed everything up, and left that night.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why.
Well,
That's a long drive. My gosh, did you drive the whole thing that night?
I drove to Louisville, so 3 hours away.
Yeah.
It's about a 12-hour drive. So I drove both times. I think I hit 9 hours.
And
It's
then
like,
I finished.
But she had just like 3 hours to drive. Yeah. So.
That's where Gordon's kind of comes into play. Those trips
Yeah,
to
long trips. That's delivered to DC and all that, so
overnight
it's
were like
yeah.
nothing. And I hate driving. I don't know why. Like
Me too.
But-
long drives. I'll be a passenger princess.
Yeah.
Savannah has driven on one of our vacations ever.
But really?
Yeah,
I feel
I'm not
so
kidding.
bad, but I
Literally
feel
And
one.
it was because where
I'm
we're
right here
going.
with you.
We were coming.
I'm right here.
Yeah,
with
there
you.
you go. Exactly. Somebody else feels it. We were coming home from Atlanta, or from we were coming from Disney. We left like 3
then
o'clock that
I have
morning.
twice. You remember that one time I did?
There's not another time.
Yes, because we. Oh wait, no, you were
Yeah,
driving.
Yeah, there isn't one. There's
The
been
one
one
time
time.
Jordan did drive home, we were on our way back from Lake Cumberland. She's driving because this is when I was still at Gordon's. I had to be up in the morning. So we're driving up 75 and it's like Lexington, you go past Lexington, then 75 head north, or you can take whatever it is that takes you to Louisville. Okay.
Oh no.
She decides to not go towards home and goes towards Louisville, where we made that split to when I woke up and said, woke up, said, where are we?
That's not
We had
all
not
you said.
progressed home at all. We had just done the perimeter bubble.
Oh.
3 hours away here, hour and a half later, still 3 hours away from home. Since then,
Yeah.
I haven't
It
done
kind of
that.
worked out in my favor.
Yeah, exactly. She
I'm
did
like,
it on
well played,
purpose.
Jordan.
Yeah, I was
well
about to
played.
say she
Yeah.
probably did it.
Yeah.
I just feel
wouldn't
like
judge.
sweaty palms and don't like people judging my driving, so I'd rather just let somebody
I
else
feel
drive.
like I hate it, especially if it's dark. When I'm just like staring into blackness, I'm like, this
Yes.
sucks. I can't do
Yes,
anything.
thank you.
Time just like crawls, and I feel like my vision gets. I'm like, I can't stare at the same thing like this for
And
too long.
everybody's got their blinders on.
Yes. Yeah.
What were you about to
And then I
say?
just feel like I see swirls.
When we were driving to Orlando, I thought it was me driving when you were trying to record that ad.
That was funny.
That
was me driving.
I hear that in my sleep. Jeremiah was struggling to record something. It took him
it took me a
literally-
solid 30 minutes
I was
to
like,
record
my
an ad
ears
spot
are
one
gonna
day.
bleed if I hear them talk
was
about
bad.
what were you talking about?
Megan and Jerry.
Oh, I was like, they're great. If I hear their names one more time, my ears are going to start bleeding. He was struggling so bad. He kept having to restart. He would get all the way to the end.
I would
and
literally get to like the last 3
we
sentences
would both
and
be
I would
like,
mess it up.
no! It took him
But
forever.
guess what? Guess who was still driving? This guy.
Yeah, he was driving. I thought it was me. It was so traumatic. I thought I was driving. Yeah, no.
But now our schedule though, that's probably like the craziest thing in our life is just our schedule because she's in school and
Yeah.
working full time, and we got the business and the kids. So, like,
I just feel like I'm always just like, hi, bye,
Yeah.
see you in the morning.
So
So
Like,
Yeah, wait, and you're going from LPN to RN, so how long is that? Is it 2 years or a year? Or what?
so it's a year and a half technically.
And
It's
is it
3
all
semesters.
online?
No, in
No.
person.
Okay,
Yep.
see, that's
So
tough.
I go right now. So for the past year, I've been working on an acute care psychiatric inpatient unit.
Wow, bless you.
So I work in psych, and then I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which I just got that schedule in the summertime to like prep for school because I was working night shift prior to that. So
Oh, wow.
big switch to days. I feel a little bit more like a human now.
I was about to say, and with kids, night shift, I can't imagine doing that with
It
kids.
was rough. It was rough, but
Yeah.
we made it.
Yeah.
So I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday day shift. I have class on Monday, clinical Tuesday, Wednesday's a study day, Thursday class, and then right back at it.
Wow. That just
Yeah.
made me.
Good night.
That
When
just
is-
made me tired hearing
Yeah, I
that.
know. My goodness.
That's amazing.
So when is it? When do you graduate with this?
It'll be in May.
Okay.
Oh, so
We're
okay, so
almost there.
well, you're chugging along. I mean, that's not
I've
that
got
far.
like a semester and a half left.
Yeah.
You're so close.
Uh,
You can do it. Wow, you're so close. Oh,
yeah. So needless to say, that's like when we were trying to line up doing this podcast, I was like,
Oh yeah.
man, its schedule is just crazy.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
talked about this the other night. Actually, it's kind of like we've just flip-flopped roles, honestly, because like where he was running the double time and doing both jobs and all of that, it's like I feel like I'm on that never-ending cycle of like, when will it stop? When can I like tread water? So we've both kind of like felt the shift in that too.
That's crazy. Well, that's awesome, guys. I mean,
that's a lot.
it is a lot, but it sounds like you're fulfilling like kind of what you both want. It sounds like you want a career in nursing, and you are taking the landscape company to new levels and new heights, which is awesome.
Really, if I didn't quit, this wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
That was a big thing too. If I wouldn't have quit Gordon's because of my schedule, she couldn't have left to be an LPN.
Yeah.
So the only way she could be an LPN was as if I quit Gordon's.
Mm-hmm.
Like unless I would have pulled a PRN job somewhere with some unless I wanted to work like a 3 to 11 or something. It just wasn't
So
realistic.
it just was like we kind of like it's like we worked to get to it, and then when it came to it, I was like, well, we don't really have an option because she had to be at work with her new job. She had to be at work at 6 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
I had to be at work at 3:30 or 4. No one's taking a kid at 4 or 5 a.m.
Yeah, that's not happening. It's not happening.
You know what I mean? So we kind of like, now that I think about it, it was like, I want to say like shit or get off the pot, but it was a shit or get off the pot moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah.
And then we just full sent it, and here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love it. I love it. Nowhere close to the end though. What?
No.
Really simple, can be complex. What is the why? What's the why behind this? I mean, we kind of hit on it earlier, but I think there may be a little more to it. Like, what is the why in what y'all are doing?
You want me to go first? You go first. You go first. You know what?
Oh my gosh.
First podcast. Go ahead.
Because you're going to top mine. And I'm going to sound like a shrimp after this because it's just going to be like, oh.
That's all right. You made it sound like it's an everyday thing, so it shouldn't be a big deal if it's an everyday thing.
Like just so we can have a time where like when we're just with family, we're just with family. We don't have to be like the time freedom for me is just like a big thing because I think both of us, high on our love language list is quality time. So I think just to like have that moment of like sitting on the porch watching your kids run in the yard or like hearing their feet. We've always said like, you know, I can't imagine like when I was pregnant, I can't imagine hearing like little feet pitter pattering down the hallway and then like it's there, you know, like you hear them, like you're in the basement and you just hear them like running down the hallway. And it's just like one of those feelings of like, this is what it's, you know, this is why we're doing what we're doing. And we want to be a good example to the kids and show them like how to have a marriage when things get hard. And, you know, it's not easy, but I think we communicate really well. We're never afraid to just kind of lay it all out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My why on the like.
He's always so much better at this than me. I'm terrible at like
That was well done.
definitive answer.
I'm so proud of you. That was well done.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sounds a little patronizing.
We'll talk later, Jeremiah. No, I just, after being in business for what, and just like getting around different people, you start to see that there's more to life than what is just the norm and the standard issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like many, and it's like, I'm not saying as in I'm this like uber successful loaded guy. I'm just saying even in the short time I've been doing this for myself, in the short 4 years it's been, there's so much more to life than what is just like the general public sees, does, and will do. And it's like, I feel like unless you are in like our position, Jeremiah, and well, now Brighter Benz, your co-partner there.
Yeah, there you go.
So I feel like it's like until you get in the position of being self-employed and you start getting around that to where like you see what is possible, like what my company could be. We've grown like this in 4 years. What's another 4 years going to look like for us?
Yeah.
And it's like, there's so much more out there that I just like want, whether like, not just like financially. No, it's like, there's things that I want that like, I feel like wouldn't be able to be achieved unless I took the leap and took this business on and growing it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I just want to I don't know. I just want to live a life that like, that's against the blade a little bit. You know, that's what I did when I quit. And it's just like, I don't know. I just feel like there's so much more out there and like to be like actually comfortable and not relying on your boss or whatever to, you know,
you build your own dream. You don't build someone else's.
You do.
And
That's preach it. Seriously. That is it. Like it's like Jesse says, Widener, like he always says like, yeah, dude, speak it into existence. And like, that's literally what it is. Like you set your mind to something and it's almost like you're just like, you speak it into existence. Next thing you know, a year later, 6 months later, whatever it is, like that thing you were saying then, like happened. Like, just like you bought your mini skid this year. Like my big moment was like last year when we got ours. I was like, I have been grinding for this, you know, and that's a huge win because then it's completely changed our company. And then in return changes our life, you know? Right. So it's like this, I don't know. I just want to live a life that like, basically like I wasn't really expecting to live and it'd be better than I could ever imagine.
And there have definitely been parts on my end that it's trust the process. Cause he said to me, like, I know you can't see what I see right now, but our thing has always been like one day, like before we even got married, like, you know, we didn't move in together until we got married. And that was more like my parents' request kind of thing. So we had owned a house and everything. And I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was always like one day. Like
it was
that
one
was
day.
always
Yeah.
One day. Like before it was like, you know, we'd like joke around about marrying or whatever. It'd be like
when
day,
we could
like
stay at the house together when we get married, you know.
Oh yeah, we had the same talks.
So
like everything's been that like one day, you know, like each year being full time. It was like, you know, it went from working every day as hard as I could to then, you know, like day in, day out. Then like we hit a point where I was like, okay, this year, like, you know, I'm going to work on getting back at, you know, between 5 and 6 now every night. It's not going to be 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Then the next year was, okay, I'm not going to do Saturday estimates. Or no, now it's like I'm not going to work any Saturdays. It's only going to be for estimates. Then that happened. And then this year,
no Saturdays
not one Saturday at all. Like not even one Saturday at all. Not even for a meeting. I do my meetings through the week now. And we're still on like the majority 5 to 6 range. So it's like even those little wins each year, you know what I mean? How like it's like bettering the life, you know, your home life, like that home life balance, like being able to finally just live a normal life.
But the thing was, is there is no balance in the beginning. There's no balance as you grow.
There isn't. You just have to
go.
Go.
It's like when people say
it's the hardest thing.
Kids, like
it's still hard.
You're never ready to have kids. You just do it. Like it's one of those things. We just kind of. This is what we're doing, and we've just been. You
can save and save and save, and you'll never have enough money to have a kid. Like it just is what it is. Like you'll never have that.
Pop up, you know what I mean? Something will always come up.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like.
It comes down to making good decisions as you go, as you progress.
Yep, and getting around like the right people. You know what I mean? The people that are like aligning vision and want to, you know, be better in their life too. Like I know it. Everyone probably says like, oh, that's what they all say, but they all say it because that's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so.
I mean, we've made that one of our biggest efforts in our marriage and just in life in general is like getting around people, other married couples who like are doing the things that we want to be doing. And
they want to be more than just the
average Joe Blow. Yeah. And it's like
you're not keeping up. I don't want to keep up with the Joneses.
Yeah, like we're not trying to live a cookie
create our
cutter
own.
life. Like, there's like you're saying, like there's so
would be
much
so
more
easy.
out
Like,
there.
it would be-
yeah.
it would be so easy for us to like quit what we're doing here because
Could you imagine how boring your life would be?
Yeah.
He talks about it every day.
Yeah.
Like,
He's like-
I
Bro,
would,
literally every day.
if I went and worked like in say like a factory job,
Yeah.
a factory job or whatever it would be, I would be clock watching so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would be a horrible person.
Like this is not for
What would
anybody.
my life be like if it wasn't like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Trust me, dude. I get it. Like the analogy that I always go back to, and this is terrible. Like I don't mean this bad for anybody that's listening that is this way, but like I just think to myself like the fact that people come home.
I was about to say this. Like I ask him so often. Like
my brain can't
And have
compute it.
dinner at
I'm like,
4.
well, I'm just
Well,
like,
no,
what would happen if you just like got off work at 5:00, you came home, I cooked dinner, and we just like fooled around, like we
And
had
just
nothing
like
to
sat
do,
on the couch and watched my fantasy league and watched Monday Night Football. Like
or like just like went on like. Had nothing to do, and then you just went to bed. And
you just
got
have
up
no
and
agenda
you
from
had
5
breakfast
o'clock
and
to
went
10
work.
p.m. when you go to
Yeah.
sleep. Like
and Jeremy was like, "Oh, I don't know. I would go crazy. I would die. I don't know what I would do.
literally
with
don't know
myself.
how to
Like,
function.
I don't know. Like, how would you have a life? Because like,
and
you know,
that's
like,
not a joke. Like I'm not putting on a
No,
show. Like
'cause
my
even when
brain
we-
genuinely cannot compute that.
Because even when he's done working, like his wheels are turning. Like there's always things you're thinking about and doing and talking and we're communicating about, and he's working towards or podcast or whatever. So it's like he,
literally our most recent thing that we just came up with, like literally was just in the middle of it was like 6 o'clock one night and I was just sitting here and I was just thinking like, how can we do this? What can we change? What can we do? And it popped in my head and I was like, this is it. This is what we do.
yeah.
And that was way after hours. Like we were just, and I'm just like, I don't know. I can't
Jeremiah
fathom it.
fathom a life where he just like comes home and turns his brain off. Like
But seriously, like I try to think of like what it would be like, and I'm like, I feel like I'd be completely bored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just like how it gets.
Like here's the
in,
thing,
like, wintertime.
you I know you'll relate to this. What would you do if you could just go play golf every afternoon? Like what would you do? I mean it'd be a pretty fun life, but I still think I would get bored with that at some point. Like
you would if you could.
All right, let's pick a different example.
I don't
Jeremiah.
think he
Can we pick a
would.
different
It's a
example?
bad
Yeah.
one. Golf is like his mojo.
no, I know that's what I'm saying. But no, but here's what I love golf too. But still, even that, like the fact that I could come home and do that every single day, like
Yeah, like after 10 years of like getting off work at 5:00, going to play 9 holes or whatever, coming home, eating dinner. going to
Now, it's
bed.
a lot different if I'm coming home to my penthouse mansion and I'm just going to do that for fun.
Didn't
Like
know what he was
that's just my like
Yeah.
getaway
Yeah.
time. I'm talking about we're just keeping up with the Joneses and we're playing golf in the afternoons. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like that's just a different lifestyle to me. But yeah, it's
It's
crazy.
funny. We talk about that a lot. Like it's just, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
some people that's
Winter
good.
time for us is like that. Like
Literally.
I feel like
I play golf in the winter and by the time I'm done,
I
I'm like,
get
all right, let's go.
scared, like I just get like anxiety and like
He gets so
like-
restless.
winter depression and like
I don't know
because,
how
like,
you
I'm
guys up
used
north
just
do it.
on the go,
Yeah.
and then next thing you know, it's like I'm only working if it snows.
Yeah.
And hey, by the way, it's dark at 5 p.m.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well,
So
and y'all
I'm
don't
just
even
like,
like see the
goodness
sun that
gracious.
much. Like I swear,
No.
like people up in like
It's like super dreary.
I clean the
and-
kitchen every day, mop the floors 5 times a day.
you turned into the house
hey,
husband. Yeah, there
that's
you
so
go.
nice.
No, you don't want to see behind us right now.
No, I installed freaking hardwood floors in a house is what I had to do that year.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
no good. Put me back on a mower. Put me back on a
Yeah,
mower.
right. But yeah, it would be weird that I don't know. I would literally just be so bored working at just a normal job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I'd have to tell them, be like, look, you better just slam me with as much workload as you possibly can, and you're gonna make so much more money off me.
I would love to know. I would love to know how, like, the average, not the average. I don't know if I would say the average successful entrepreneur. We'll say that, not just the average business owner. Anybody can go get a mower and quote unquote run a business. If you're actually running a successful entrepreneurial journey in a business, like, can you imagine if you took that average population and put them into just like high up position roles in like just a normal company, how high achiever status they would be? Like, think about how much stuff would get done if you could somehow get If you somehow get people into that role, like from a, does that make sense? Is that translating what I'm saying?
Yeah, there was a time where I was like joking, but not. But where I was telling one of the guys that has a pretty big company here in town, I was like, "Hey, man, what if I just hung up the cleats and I just came and worked for you?"
Yeah, perfect example.
And I was like your designer and sales guy. Like I would go out and just do that.
Yeah.
He was like, "How much would it take?" And I was like, man, if I was to say, $90,000, I feel like I was like, man, I was making that at Gordon's. And after everything I know now, that's way not enough money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To take like that, like everything you know of your business and do to then like, oh, if I did that for someone else, but I just knew I was like working 8 to 5.
Yeah.
And I'm like, my productivity would be so high where I'm like, I'd definitely be getting underpaid at that point.
Yeah. You would be getting so much stuff done. Yeah. Yeah,
you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know how you could quantify like a reasonable dollar amount to pay someone that went from being, like you said, a successful business owner to then just a, higher up person. Like, I mean, you'd have to make them like definitely like lead contributor of the profit sharing or something.
Yeah.
You'd have to give them some, way up there. But,
yeah. And you don't want to work for anybody else either. So it'd have to be worth it.
No, it would be on my own terms.
Yeah, who are you working for, bud?
Yeah. It would be on my own terms. I would be no way.
Okay. Is there a job? Is there a job that you'd be like, I would hang up my cleats right now?
No. I've asked him.
Yeah, but
he won't give it up. Jeremiah has.
Like, if Jordan would ask me, I'd be like, "Nah, I love it." Someone else asked me, I'd be like, "Well, I'll tell you what."
No, Jeremiah has never in his life worked at a job where you clock in and clock out, or where you report to someone else. He has worked for himself or with a friend since he was.
I've never worked a W-2.
15 years old.
My W-2 for myself, like for Growing Green, is the first W-2 I've ever had.
He's never worked for anybody else.
Yeah.
So he doesn't know how. He would die. He could never.
Yeah, no, like I really don't. I don't know how I would handle like having someone tell me what to do. Like I don't think I would do well.
He has little to no patience for like my job, not in an ugly way, but just like he doesn't understand.
People being
like
control it,
not necessarily being late because those things are. Part of his business too, but not being able to just show up 30 minutes late or like
no, that's
early.
not. It's not being late,
but like
it's
scheduling and time, like things like that.
If I sleep in on accident, I'm like, 30 minutes. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it don't work like that.
That's not even what I'm talking about. I'm talking about my biggest thing with yours is like the scheduling aspect.
Oh my gosh!
And
was that on a podcast? And you're like, what idiot scheduled that? And I'm like, I self-schedule. And you're like, okay, no, well, I do self-schedule. And he got so mad. I run all my schedules by you before we do it, but he doesn't understand. Like, I don't even know. Like, requesting your time off in time and PTO and being approved and like like
if I have a trip we're going on, you're not going to work. Like I don't.
He's like, well, you're just not going, and I'm like,
you're not
bro,
going.
I've had my schedule. Like, what do you mean I can't just not show up?
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't just bounce for like a week and not say anything.
First of all, I mean it's another job, and second of all, I'm like I have patience. It's a hospital. Like they don't close. Like they don't they don't shut down at 5 p.m. Like kids are sick every day. They gotta have somebody.
Sorry, ma'am. 5:03. Call me at 8 a.m.
Yeah, sorry. You're gonna have to take care of yourself tonight. Hope nothing bad happens. Like you'll be all right. Oh my gosh, no. Jeremiah could never.
Be like that, though.
No, I genuinely don't know. Like I don't know what I think I would. No, I would be an extremely. If you ensure me my time freedom, as long as I get my crap done, I would be a very high achiever.
But you've never had somebody like manage you, like make sure that your tasks are getting done, or make sure that you do things the right way. But I don't think that's what I'm saying. Like this, it's not even like tooting my own horn. I don't think I would. I don't think I would need that. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. I mean, unlimited
time freedom.
Because like you can't just be like, "Hey, bud, like I know you just asked me to do this, but I was planning on leaving for 2 weeks."
See,
no, his thing is like, next weekend we're gonna go do this, or like I got this to do tomorrow, and I'm like, where did this come from? Like, how do you think that's gonna work? No, like he does not understand like the planning that much in advance.
The majority of people listening to the show, myself included, are like at a stage in business where I'm not. So my time freedom is not totally there because I'm still an employee to my company. I still work a job because if I'm not there, the work doesn't get done. And so that is you're working a job, and that's just part of it. And so
yeah, but you get to push things. You get to be in control. But I can finagle
that, and that's what I can't give up. I cannot get if I wake up tomorrow and I'm like, feel a little tired, and I don't do this. That's not an excuse, but maybe not feel tired. If there's something else on the agenda that needs to get done, if I need to go get my truck oil changed or whatever it is, or maybe it's
or Jack has a doctor's
Jack has a dog. Okay, that's the perfect example. Perfect example. When Savannah got pregnant, it was the fact that at any time, no matter how much work we had, I could always move the schedule around to where I made every single appointment with her before Jack was born. And it was I still have a job because I work. The work has to get done. I have to be there to do the work, and especially at that point in the business.
Yeah.
But it was I can still move things around, and it's the thought of me having to ask someone if I can go to my son's appointment.
Not only asking,
no way,
you could get told no, and you probably would.
Yeah, that's on. I guess I'm just a bad person. I'm not disciplined enough. If you told me no over that, deuces, I'm out. Sorry, bud.
Let's not talk about maternity leave. They give a guy 2 days, and they're
exactly. I'm sorry.
Well, when I was at Gordon, like I said, I had the perfect attendance thing going. I think for 7 years.
Wow.
Oh God! I told him he had to give that up.
Yeah.
Let it go.
No, literally,
you're not getting anything special for it.
7 years of perfect attendance. And
it's
I never got recognized for it. Never once.
I was about to say, my God.
So that's a $10,000. That should be a $10,000 bonus.
I'm so you're saving all this time for what?
I never got recognized for that. There's just other things, but nonetheless, though, the first time I called in, it was an argument.
He always had a panic attack.
It wasn't it was an argument, but it kind of was.
I finally had to be I can't use.
It was let's just say it was a conversation.
Yeah. There you go.
It's not an argument, but it was a conversation.
A little chat.
Oh wait, did you call in because you had to keep the kids or something? That was what ended it?
Yeah, because Jordan, I don't think either had sick time or something at her job. She was there was something to where she could not.
The only one in the office or something.
Yeah, she could not call.
It wasn't an option. It was not an option.
Could not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was
our parents are young. They all still work. We're not in the position to have a bunch of older family members just babysit our kids for free kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So that's the thing for me. I couldn't do that. I could not do it.
It was when I first had to muster up the courage to even call in, to even call work. No, because it was such a big. Okay, so I'm super proud of myself on the fact that I was perfect attendance, never missed. That was a huge thing for me because I was always at this time I was moving up in the company, so I was that could literally be a deciding factor on if I get it over the next guy. Is hey, actually look at his attendance. You know what I mean?
You were being an entrepreneur, whether you knew it or not. You were you were working within the company. Yeah.
Yep. So eventually, though, it just got to the point to where I was fine, I have to call in. I was it was almost it could have been on an episode of Seinfeld or something where he's I'm doing it. I'm just talking to myself. But my boss even asked, he's when I called in, he said, he's did you try and ask your mom or dad or anyone else if they could? And I was I'm not calling my parents to call off work to watch my kid.
Yeah.
Right. So that I can go to work. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was, yeah.
Wow.
So and then now it's I played in off the record, I played in 2 golf scrambles this week, Monday, Tuesday. For good causes, but it was but I could though. You know what I mean? I was in between jobs. The one I'm on today is just a small one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's I wasn't.
Yeah, that's just what you've done. You built your business that way.
So it's just
if you need to take off 3 or 4 days to go to Equip, you just do it, and it's that's what you do, things like that. So
absolutely. So yeah, it would be tough.
My only job that I would go to would if I could be the top official in the NBA, I would probably do that.
Oh, you do that on the
If I could ref the NBA and be ref the finals every single year, be the best official in the NBA, I would do that. That's probably the only thing that I would do. That's the only thing I would do because I could work their season. Because get paid a really hefty sum of money to just run up and down the floor and like blow the whistle. I could do that. So
I still don't think you'd like making those decisions and those calls.
go give me that. I thrive in those.
See, wouldn't that be kind of nerve-wracking though? Because because those NBA players have people.
Yeah.
You think you get shot or something?
Yeah, you better be careful walking to the car.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like, flagrant LeBron, and it's like
right.
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you just get on the right player's sides, and then they'll start throwing you some stuff from the side.
But then again, that's like me. Like I just work like. I won't get on a roller coaster anymore.
I can't say that. If I ever want to progress in officiating,
I'm terrified of it.
I can't say that. If I ever want to progress in officiating, they're gonna like listen to this podcast and be like, "Oh, he's gonna accept payments from players. He's not gonna. He can't."
I'm gonna spread a rumor like wildfire.
Yeah, literally.
Be like, watch this cat on the refs, dude. He's terrible.
Ref season, man, we start back up in like 2 months. It's crazy.
Great.
Be here before we know it. Well, guys, this was fun. This was really fun. I think there's a lot of good stuff that came out of this.
Yeah.
I super appreciate the time. Where can everybody connect with you, Dylan, at Brilliant Gardens and all? I keep wanting to call you Brilliant.
Are you okay?
Brilliant Borders because Lee remains. So it's like, that's what I always think of, Brilliant Borders, but it's like Brilliant Gardens.
Yeah.
So I like the rebrand though. The rebrand's really cool.
Thank you. And I mean, I think that has, I love it. I do. It turned out exactly how I wanted. We didn't get a single call for lawn care once this year. So it's like, we're not giving that image off. And it's just like, I do think like a lot of these jobs that are like bigger scale that we're doing. Well, the one was definitely a good referral, but it's just like, but even if like that right there just kind of solidified where I was like, no, we're like definitely being perceived as like,
you're a landscaping company.
Design company, a very nice company. So, it's been exciting.
I love it.
It's been good. Brilliant Gardens on Instagram is the spot you'll check me out because other than that, that's mainly mine. Where I miss.
You think you'll ever pick up YouTube again? Or are you just kind of chilling?
I'll tell you, Jeremiah. I really enjoyed doing that.
Yeah, it was a good season.
If I could, I would love to get back into. The hard part is just like how like our jobs are just so in depth with so many different things. You know what I mean? Like it'd just be hard to do. Like I always thought like it'd be cool to have.
If you have any ideas, don't put them on the air. Somebody will steal them. So keep those in your head.
No, it would be like having like someone just like film our jobs.
That'd be awesome.
I think that would be so cool. Yeah. I messaged Brian one night. I was like, I don't know if this is, I'm not sounding, I hope I don't sound arrogant when I say this, but I would love to be on TV and do what I do.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah.
Like I would love to be on TV and do what I do. Like, transforming these houses and all this stuff. And it's
it's kind of like what Ed and them do with, and Greg with Aquascape. I mean, they film a lot of their stuff and put it on YouTube and stuff like that.
Because like I enjoyed the YouTube thing. Like I enjoy doing stories and like just putting it out there, especially like when you get the random person in your community that's like, oh yeah, I follow, like, hey, I see all your stuff that you post, enjoy watching it.
Yeah.
It's like at first I didn't think anyone watches it, but then people do, and it
makes a difference. It makes a difference.
It's fun to do. Like I enjoy like not just being behind the camera showing a job. Like I enjoy like having that. I don't know. I would love to, but I just don't know if I can like be disciplined enough to like set up cameras, take the time to do cameras when like now I'm just like.
But then editing and all that too.
Yeah. So
now it's just crank the jobs.
I could have a guy come follow me around on these film our jobs. I would love to do that. I would absolutely love it.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. Hey, you never know where the future's going to go. Excited to see where the future takes Brilliant Gardens and then y'all's family as well. Good luck with school and everything, Jordan. That'll be here before you know it. May's not even far. Like that. I mean, you're already pretty much there.
Yeah.
Not easy, but we're almost there.
Yes. Yes.
That's right. Well, good day, guys. Well, thank y'all so much for coming and spending some time with us tonight. Guys, thank you all for tuning in and supporting the show. It means the world that we get to do this each and every week. Marriage Mondays have grown into be one of our favorite things that we do here, and so we could not be more appreciative of all you listening in and just like I said, supporting us. So if you want to support us, leave us a big 5-star rating review in the Apple Podcast or Spotify there. Those really help us so we can continue to grow the community one relationship at a time, because that is what we're here for. So without any further ado, that's going to wrap this one up, guys. Thank you so much for coming on and joining us.
Thanks for having
us. It was fun.
Absolutely, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. Like I said, without any further ado, let's wrap this one up, and we look forward to catching up with everybody here on the next episode.